All right, is my troop ready? Well, this is all for you. Everybody else is just sitting in. It's all for you. Co-writers Tristan and Henry, along with the rest of the dedicated Nathan Trice acting troupe, proudly present an AI-assisted Trice family Christmas story in the much-beloved Wodehouseian style, What Ho, Christmas. Characters, of which there are 5, include Bertie Wooster, a well-meaning but hapless gentleman, Jeeves, Bertie's highly competent valet, and Agatha, Bertie's formidable aunt. Gussie Finknottle, a timid newt enthusiast and Bertie's friend. And Madeline Bassett, Gussie's romantic interest, overly sentimental and idealistic. Scene 1. A cozy drawing room in Bertie's flat. Bertie is lounging in an armchair, reading a newspaper. Jeeves enters with a tray. The Yuletide season had descended upon London with all the subtlety of a brass band in a library, and our dear Bertie Wooster was determined to enjoy it in his own peculiar way. Alas, unseen in the background, fate was quietly slipping lead into the boxing glove.
As I was saying, moments, Jeeves. Jeeves, old pal, when one asks oneself, do trousers really matter?
I believe the mood will pass, sir. A telegram has arrived, sir.
Oh, Jeeves, it's from Aunt Agatha. You may prepare more brandy.
Bertie, expect me for Christmas. I shall be accompanied by my sister's 28 grandchildren who currently live in America. Make ready, Agatha.
Jeeves!
A daunting prospect, sir.
Daunting? It's downright catastrophic! Think of the flats, Jeeves! Think of my carpets!
I had not previously considered the upholstery, sir, but you are correct.
We must act! We must strategize, Jeeves! I refuse to have my home turned into a juvenile battlefield.
Bertie pressed down the mental accelerator. The old lemon throbbed fiercely. He then got an idea.
That's it! Jeeves! By Jove, I've got it! I'll whisk them away to the Drones Club. A perfect spot for children. Lots of harmless games, like darts.
Unorthodox choice, sir.
Poppycock, Jeeves! What could possibly go wrong?
I could conceive of rather a few things, sir.
Nonsense, my man! I'm simply firing on all cylinders today.
Very good, sir.
Scene 2. In a quiet corner of Bertie's flat, Gussie and Madeline are seated together on a love seat. Gussie fidgets nervously while Madeline gazes at him with dreamy intensity. While Bertie and Jeeves plotted their ill-fated excursion to the Jones Club, another conversation, equally fraught with peril, was unfolding elsewhere in the flat.
Isn't Christmas simply divine, Gussie? A time for love and goodwill and the gentle tinkling of sleigh bells in snow.
Yes, quite. Though one doesn't encounter many sleigh bells in London, or snow for that matter.
Oh, Gussie, you're so practical. That's why I adore you. Tell me, don't you feel the magic of the season?
Magic. Oh, absolutely. Quite magical. Like, newts in the springtime, really.
Newts? How poetic. Quite. Oh, You must share more of your thoughts on newts, Gussie. They're such noble creatures, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Wonderful creatures, newts. Did you know that the great crested newt is a protected species? Marvelous fellows. Excellent at, cresting.
Oh, Gussie, you're so clever. I do believe you could charm even the shyest newt out of its pond.
I wouldn't go that far.
Do you think that we'll have snow tomorrow, Gussie? Oh, I've always dreamt of waking up to a white Christmas. It's so romantic.
Snow? Well, the meteorological patterns suggest it's more likely to rain, actually.
Well, how wonderful! Rain is just like snow, only wetter, don't you think, Gussie?
And so Gussie found himself swept away by Madeline's unique perspective on precipitation. All the while wondering how he'd gotten himself into this peculiar festive romance. Scene 3. The Drones Club, ordinarily a sanctuary for the well-heeled, has been transformed into something resembling the aftermath of a typhoon. Gussie enters the scene, and it was clear that if not actually disgruntled, he was far from being gruntled.
Birdie, I say, this is rather a lot. Are we sure the little blighters won't dismantle the whole place entirely?
Nonsense! Oh, they're simply exuberant. Oh,
Exuberant? That one over there just tied a napkin to a chandelier and is attempting flight.
Oh, Gussie, don't you, the innocence of youth is so pure. Don't you just love children? They're like dewdrops on a, that child just put on my dress. I think it's a frog.
I'll retrieve the frog, Madeline. Although personally, I feel the creature's position is understandable given the chaos.
Bertie was beginning to grasp that his scheme might not be the brilliant stroke he had imagined. He was starting to have the look of a man who had searched for the leak in life's gas pipe with a lighted candle.
Jeeves! Jeeves!
There was the sound in the background, like a distant sheep coughing gently on a mountainside. Sailing into action.
If I might suggest, sir, a calming beverage. Hot chocolate for the adolescents?
Brilliant, Jeeves. Although, I'm sure it'll only be the eye of the storm for us.
I took the liberty of adding a soothing ingredient, sir.
Good heavens, Jeeves!
Yes, sir.
You mean to say?
Precisely, sir.
Well, I'm staggered. Is there anything you can't solve, Jeeves?
I couldn't say, sir.
Well, there it is. That's Jeeves. Where others merely smite the brow and clutch the hair, he acts. Napoleon was the same. Scene 4. The aftermath. The grandchildren are sprawled peacefully on the sofas, the floor, and each other. Aunt Agatha storms in.
Mulling over the events of today, tell me honestly, did you know that cocoa would be so effective in quieting the children?
Well, Aunt Agatha, you see, I've always been something of a forward thinker when it comes to child management.
Forward thinker, you say? I find it hard to believe that you, a man who once tried to hide from responsibility by feigning an interest in yachting, could conceive such an effective plan.
But I did, absolutely. Entirely my own inspiration. Came to me like a flash of lightning, what? The children needed rest, and cocoa was just the ticket.
And this flash of lightning didn't involve consulting your valet, I
No.
suppose?
Who, Jeeves? No. Well, perhaps a small consultation. The merest exchange of pleasantries, really.
Bertie.
Oh, all right, Agatha. It was Jeeves. The man's a marvel. A wizard. I'm but a humble instrument in his symphony of brilliance.
Right. I shall be borrowing Jeeves from you, Bertie. My sister in America will be thrilled when I arrive with the man in tow. A man with his sensibilities will be perfect for her yearly gathering.
But Aunt Agatha!
Not a word, Bertie. Jeeves is the man for the job.
Oh, very well.
And so it was that Jeeves was thereafter conscripted every year as the chief of staff at an obscure cousins camp across the pond in the Americas.
Oh, Bertie, you've got to help me.
What seems to be the problem, old man?
Madeline's romantic notions are overwhelming. I can't seem to get her off of me.
Not to worry, my man, not to worry. I've got just the plan. Here's what we'll do.
If I might interject, sir.
Yeah, why not, Jeeves? We were just, tossing ideas into the old pot, as they say.
I hope it was not presumptuous of me, sir, but in a recent conversation with Miss Bassett, I let slip my understanding that Sir Finknottle, in his noble passion for the natural world, had taken a vow to dedicate his life to amphibians, and could not, in good conscience, entangle himself in romance.
You mean to say, Jeeves, a vow of celibacy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Gussie, how selfless, how noble to think that you're sacrificing love for the sake of newts. You truly are an inspiration.
Well, yes, precisely.
Anyway, well, Bertie, I must be off. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, old chap. I mean, Miss Madeline. I say, Jeeves.
Very good, sir.
Scene 5. Bertie's flat, a serene and quiet evening. Bertie sits with a brandy. Jeeves, tidying up.
Jeeves, you've done it again. You've saved Christmas, saved poor Gussie, saved the flat, saved, well, everything, Jeeves. You're like a human lighthouse, guiding this poor, floundering vessel through the darkest tempest of life's troubles.
Merely performing my duty, sir.
I just don't know how I'd do it without you, Jeeves.
If I may suggest, sir, avoiding the Drones Club as a child's care facility might be prudent in the future.
Quite right, old boy.
Very good, sir.